If you live in the city of La Crosse, then you rely on its wastewater facilities every time you go to flush the toilet. Officials say people are flushing items that are causing issues for wastewater workers, and if it doesn't improve, you could be paying the city more money or experience sewage in your basement. News 8 Now's Jordan Fremstead tells us why.
We use, dump, flush, and repeat without care.
You know, you flush the toilet, everything goes away, end of story, right?
Or understanding.
It's not like that.
It's so automatic that we don't even give it a second thought.
People think if it fits down the toilet, once it goes away, it's nobody's problem anymore, but for us,
When we flush things
it is a problem.
down the toilet, it becomes Dwayne Wilder's responsibility.
It's getting worse and worse.
La Crosse has more than 200 miles of sanitary sewer pipes, bringing everything flushed to this plant for treatment.
Our effluent water is cleaner than the Mississippi River water.
Every day, people flush things that seem small.
So things like dental floss, hair, Q-tips, disposable wipes, rags, clothing, bandages.
But all the water the La Crosse treatment plant handles adds up.
85,000 people every day rely on this wastewater treatment plant at 6,000 gallons per minute.
We all have a role in this titanic problem.
You know, let's say tonight we cooked with a half a cup of grease. Not a big deal, right? We put it down the drain, out of sight, out of mind. Well, let's say we have a lift station that serves 4,000 people. And now everybody tonight cooked with a half a cup of grease and dumped it down the drain.
All this stuff gets clogged into pipes on a massive scale.
They're drawing about 11 amps. There was so much rags in this one pump, it was pulling 60 amps.
Even though they're advertised as disposable, biodegradable, flushable, they're none of the above.
When they remove it, it ends up here. Workers have been finding something else in the sewer system.
We have an increased volume of hypodermic needles.
That's a huge issue.
Dwayne says they recently pulled a ball of rags out of one pump.
We found over 100 needles just in that rag ball.
It's putting lives at risk.
I got out and I was getting cleaned up, and one of the other mechanics found a needle in the heel of my boot.
A job that is already dangerous has been handed another trap for Dwayne and other workers to dodge.
You can get infections and everything just from that, and then put a needle on top of it. If you did get stuck in the foot, I don't know if you'd know it until it was too late.
If that's not enough to make you think before you flush, consider the consequences to your own home.
If we can't pump it out, then it starts going into the basements and everything else.
And if you don't, you'll be flushing this down the toilet. Dwayne says they're not asking, they are advising.
It needs to end.
In La Crosse.
Definitely.
This is Jordan Fremstead, News 8 Now.
Officials say they have the training to handle needles that get flushed, but the risk is still there for someone to get hurt.